When I decided to study science, there was a lot of women don't study science. They say there's something called an atom, but you don't see it and you're supposed to believe it. When I decided to study technology, there was a lot of, I'm not going to do well in that. It's not a space for women. Throughout my career, I was the only female in a space filled with men. And I soon began to lose my voice because I felt to fit in, I must keep quiet. I don't want to stand out because I don't want to be ostracized. It's just better that I play along. Let the men lead. Let me just sit back and watch. But there was just something. You know, when you have a dream or you have some potential in you, I know some of you ladies will attest to it, it just keeps nagging at your spirit. But then there's also this small voice that keeps telling you, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that. Sometimes you listen. Other times you say no. And you say, I can lead, I can do this, I can make my dreams come true. So, one morning, I stopped listening to the voice that kept telling me, I can't do this, I can't do that. I just quit my job. And when I quit, I remember my manager said, oh, what are you going to do? And I said, start my own business. And she was like, Regina, you're so quiet. How are you going to survive? Entrepreneurship is so difficult. You'll be back in 6 months. And I said, no, never. I'm actually going to make this happen. When I woke up the following morning, I had a little panic attack. And I said, oh my goodness, this is either the most stupid decision I've ever made. Why would I quit such a well-paid job? But I had already taken this road. And at this time, I had muted the voice that keeps telling me I can't do this. Now I no longer hear that voice. So I started off with a laptop and a table and grew my client base. Every time I would walk into a meeting and you were expecting a CEO of a tech company, I'm never what anybody expects. There's always, are you sure? Can you really write code? Oh, maybe you're playing with Microsoft Word and you think it's coding. So I made sure that my work went before me. I was not only one of the very best coders you could find, but I was passionate about what I did. But the other thing that I feel is also important for women is to give back to the next generation. So to young girls. Because you see, it's not everybody that turns off that voice that tells you, you can't do this, you can't do that. And for lots of young girls, they keep hearing all the negative stereotypes about what they can't do and who they can't be. So it makes it harder for them to chase their dreams. So I decided to leave a legacy for the next generation and to help young girls break into this male-dominated field of technology and excel. Because as a software developer, I was creating amazing products. And I was able to attract good clients that helped me to expand my business. So in 2013, I started Tech Needs Girls, which is a mentorship program that teaches girls from 6 to 18 how to code and create technology. I started off with 50 girls in Kumasi. Currently, we've been to 7 regions, impacted over 2,500 girls. And in January, we expanded to Burkina Faso. So now we've moved from English to West African-speaking countries. Each day, when I talk to girls, from the moment they walk into our class, there's always this nervousness. They are shy. When you ask a question, they raise up their hands just a little bit like this, never fully up, because they've always been told what they have to say is not important. And I tell the young girls, speak up, shout. You have a voice. Let the world hear it. Now I look back at my life and I think, what would have happened if I had not muted the voice that says I can't. If I had just continued to stay in my comfort zone and do what I know and make sure that I just follow, never wanting to lead, I probably would not have been on CNN, Deutsche Welle, Al Jazeera, or Deutsche Welle TV. I probably would not have had the opportunity to have the Crown Princess of Sweden come straight from the airport to the slums in Nima to visit our program. I wouldn't have the opportunity to meet presidents and prime ministers. And I wouldn't have the opportunity to give back and make sure that the next generation of women and girls are more confident, are not afraid to chase after their dreams, and are not afraid to fail. I always tell my young girls, there's nothing wrong in failing. All it means is that you've learned another way not to do something. And there's no shame in that. It's rather sad if you don't try, if you keep your dream bottled up inside you. Remember, you only live once. So don't be afraid. Whatever it is that you can dream, that you can believe is possible, know that it is. Never silence your own voice. Never doubt your potential. And never doubt that dreams can come true. I'm a Ghanaian girl who has experienced so much in such a short time, and it's unbelievable. And it's all because I took the first step, and I stopped telling myself I can't, and told myself I can. So tonight, there's one thing I want to leave you with, apart from the fact that Blisco has beautiful fabrics, is that each time you get afraid, which you will, each time you take 2 steps forward and something bad happens, which takes you 1 step back, which it will, remember that you are not alone, that there are several women, as you've heard, breaking the glass ceiling and the layers of men. But the most important thing is the world suffers if you don't let them hear your voice, if you keep your contribution, and if you don't chase your dreams. It's so important that you never ever give up on what it is that you believe, and you pursue it with everything that you have. Next year, we'll be starting the first all-girls coding school in West Africa. And from 50 girls, I'm looking to impact hundreds and thousands of girls. I never thought this would be possible, but now it is because I chase after my dreams. So ladies and gentlemen, dream big and chase after it. Thank you.